What do you think will most surprise audiences about this film? Not in terms of a plot point, maybe, but just overall, be it themes.
Charles Xavier dies.
Breaking news.
Yeah. You heard it first here.
It's the bald truth.
Yeah.
Maybe the something that Simon really went after hard, I think, which was to really strip the film back to the things that truly work about X-Men movies, the things that are best about X-Men movies, the family dynamic and the fact that when they succeed off the back of, yes, the action and all that stuff, but really off the back of character development and relationship, the examination of relationships, you know.
Gotcha. Michael?
I was just watching him did a little point and something there.
Yes, he said that one exactly.
A check plus. Sir.
He's playing answer bingo. It's like, if I give that wrong answer, he'll be like, oh, yeah, got that one.
Yeah.
Full house.
Yeah. No, it's the horses. It's like on the second furlong. I think, his approach to this, again, like James said, he sort of wanted to go back to the bare bones of what this is about. It's about these personalities that have not found a home or sort of lost. They feel sort of pushed to the outskirts of society, and just in the way he filmed it, actually, so technically he approached it in a very different way. There's, he wanted to get away from the long, sweeping, epic shots. There's not a lot of, camera on tracks. There's a lot of, yes, when it comes to the action sequences, yes, you're going to get your, your crane shots and the fantastical sort of camera moves. But when it's dealing with the character stuff, there's a lot of handheld camera work. It's much more intimate.
Special effects are a huge part of modern day filmmaking. You're both no stranger to those. But I'm wondering how much of a sense of a film's visual palette and, that work that will be done in post-production do you need or want to know about when building your character?
I think if it's something that you're reacting to and you're responding to, you need to have a strong idea of what it is. However, when that's relayed to you, it's not always what ends up being in the film.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You might have been told, so it's going to be a 60-foot dinosaur and it's roaring in your face, and then you watch the movie and it's a blue butterfly that's 10 feet and it's like everybody else is happy about it and you're like, wah! It's but you got to go for it either way because you've got to give a visceral reaction. But that's up to your director. If your director's got a strong vision, they can relay that vision. And if they've got the words, if they've got the articulacy and the understanding of acting and what it is that we do, then it's up to him to be able to relay that or her to be able to relay that. But and you don't always get that, but with Simon, you definitely do.
Yeah, there's you get previs now, which you didn't really get at the beginning. So they'll show you a mock-up of roughly what it's going to look like. And I don't know, does that help? I'm not even sure. It's, it's just kind of a shot in the dark. I always thought of like green screen work kind of like theatre. It's like being back in the theatre. No, really, because it's like you're on stage, obviously, there's an audience out there, but you're supposed to be looking out, to Moscow in the distance or something or other, so you just sort of, you fill in the sort of spaces, and I never found it like that annoying or hindering. I just always thought it was a new, interesting challenge,
This film's about fractured families, James, as you alluded to, but also destiny and identity. And so I'm wondering, for each of you in your professional lives, off screen, was there a moment where you had kind of, I guess, a pinpoint of clarity and you feel like I'm really on the right path? Not necessarily as an actor. And it doesn't have, not a commercial success, but where you just felt like, yes, this is for me.
In terms of the X-Men franchise or just in general?
Just in general.
Yeah, at a certain point I definitely felt more relaxed. I think, certainly trying to break the ceiling, trying to get jobs. For many years I was doing lots of other jobs while I was trying to get acting gigs. And, we spoke about this yesterday. The whole thing was like, I thought to myself, I'm good enough to be working. And hopefully one day I can just do this as a career, as a job. I won't have to do other jobs. And, I wanted to be the best at what I was doing. And, there was a sort of laser type sort of ambition and drive and self-belief and that was like pretty intense. And at a certain point, I did feel like, okay, you know, I've got to a place that I feel comfortable in. I feel like I've achieved a lot of what I wanted to, and that, you know, definitely more chilled. And I guess it's, I don't know, we were talking about this earlier as well, that maybe it's ego related. As you get older, you sort of mellow a little more. But I do think perhaps I do actually really believe I needed that drive. It's, you know, very difficult to get the work. Obviously, in any industry today, there's a lot of competition, and it's a numbers game. There's a lot of luck involved. Obviously, you have to be primed and ready to grasp an opportunity when it comes your way. But, you know, a lot of luck and, you know, a lot of dependence on other people to sort of give you those opportunities.
Similar at the beginning of my career, I just felt I had to take any job. I guess it's what you got to do when you're younger. Felt I need to prove myself. Whereas I don't feel that anymore. Constantly prove yourself. So take any job you got. Take every job you got offered. And whether you believe in it or not, it's an opportunity for you to prove yourself and learn. Because you're not necessarily just taking the stuff you fancy or you think you're good at. You're just taking anything you can get. And so it may be something that you're wildly wrong for, but that's a school, that's education, that is. Whereas now I feel more like I've proved myself, so now I'm getting to really, why am I doing this? Because I like telling stories, and I was doing it before to prove myself, so there was a tension, there was a sort of an aggressive thing there before when I was younger. Now I just love telling stories, so I'm getting to tell the stories that I like to tell.
That's fantastic. Thanks for your time, guys. I really
Cool.
appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I'm going to
Nice
run
one.
out as well and have a pee.